Oh, the Oscars. The Oscars. Hi guys, it's Annie and welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be predicting who will be taking home the Oscars on Sunday night. I'm actually really excited for this because I've invested myself a lot in this and done a lot of research and watched most of the movies, and I'm really excited to be comparing my guesses with what actually happens. Right before we get started, please make sure to hit that little red button down below, subscribe. I would be so happy if you did, like winning an Oscar happy. So please make sure to. Real quick, I did not predict all of the awards because there was like 25 of them and that would be a really long video. So I just narrowed it down to which ones were my favorites and which ones were relevant to the movies that I've seen. Let's get started! The Oscars were created in 1926 because the acting industry was not doing so well and they were having a lot of scandals. So they created an awards show to help other people take them more seriously. Because if there's one Best Picture, then some of the movies have to be good, right? Arguably, the most important award of the year is Best Picture, or film, or movie, or whatever you want to call it. This year, there are 10 wonderful nominees. I have watched, I think, 5 of those movies. There have been a couple movies that have been talked about quite a bit recently. As you probably know from the past, the Oscars has had a lot of issues around sexism and racism and LGBTQism. So if the Oscars wants to prove those people wrong, they're probably gonna end up picking Hidden Figures or Moonlight for the Best Picture, because both of those movies feature black people as their protagonists. Hidden Figures, 3 incredibly smart black women who work at NASA, and Moonlight, a gay black man. La La Land is a wonderful movie. I really enjoyed it when I watched it. But unfortunately, the only black character in that movie was played by John Legend, and he wasn't featured as a good character. He was kind of the bad guy in the film. The reason that the Oscars would probably pick Moonlight or Hidden Figures over La La Land is to take down those rumors and really prove that Oscars aren't all white. With all that said, unfortunately, I don't think the Academy is gonna do that. La La Land was written for this award. It's a musical and it's all jolly and it's all wonderful Hollywood and it takes place in LA and it's written for Best Picture in the Oscars. It's already got 14 nominations. It's one of the most decorated films ever. I think the Oscars are gonna try to prove that they aren't racist or sexist, and they do respect the LGBT community in other awards, but I think La La Land will win Best Picture. Moving on to the next award, Best Actor. It's gonna be Casey Affleck for his performance in Manchester by the Sea, and that's just it. The really only other 2 people who are in this with him are Ryan Gosling and Denzel Washington. If Denzel Washington were to win, he would probably be winning for the racism problem that I mentioned earlier, and because he was just a phenomenal actor in Fences. If Ryan Gosling were to win, it would just be because he's in La La Land. But it's been all the rage about Casey Affleck, so it's probably going to be Casey Affleck for his performance in Manchester by the Sea. Next award, Best Actress. So this award has actually had quite the debate between Emma Stone and Natalie Portman. And I think I've heard a few mentions of Isabelle Huppert for her performance in Elle, but I do really think it's between Natalie Portman and Emma Stone. Natalie Portman, in my opinion, had a much more complex and hard acting job to do with Jackie than Emma Stone had to do with La La Land, and I think Natalie Portman really pulled through. I didn't see all of Jackie, I just watched a couple minutes of it, so I'm not really the best assessor of this, but in those couple minutes that I did watch, I saw Natalie Portman had a better performance than Emma Stone did in La La Land because Natalie Portman had a much more complex part to fulfill. So I think that Best Actress will be going to Natalie Portman for her performance in Jackie. I do not know much about Best Supporting Actor, so I won't be predicting it, but even though I don't know much about Best Supporting Actress, I think it will be going to Viola Davis for her performance in Fences, simply because she deserves it. For Best Original Song, I think it's going to be City of Stars from La La Land, even though I really enjoyed How Far I'll Go and Can't Stop the Feeling and all those other songs. I do think it's going to be City of Stars, partly because it was a good song and partly because it already won the equivalent Grammy. The final award I will be guessing is Best Animated Feature Film. This one was the hardest for me to decide on because after I researched, I got really equal predictions and I enjoyed all the ones that I watched. This one was really hard because I heard great things about Zootopia, Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, and The Red Turtle. So I really have no idea which to pick. But I was so moved and excited by Zootopia, and I think that was a film that would really help break down the barrier of sexism in the Oscars, because it does feature a strong woman policeman. Even though it's about a rabbit and a fox, it's almost an inspiring film. So I think that Zootopia will be going home with that Oscar. Alright, and that will be it for my Oscar predictions. Thank you so much for watching them. Hopefully you can make your own predictions. I would highly recommend it. It's really fun. And then you can compare mine with yours and with what actually happens on Sunday night, which will be really fun. Make sure to comment down below which ones you agree with and disagree with, because I'd really love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye! Okay guys, what are my top 2 flavors of ice cream? Eliza, you should know this so easily because I get the same flavors every single time. Next question. When did I go gluten-free?
Oh my god. Okay.
Who wouldn't watch the Academy Awards?